By the end of this video, you'll be familiar with 3 shuffle beats that I think every drummer should know. I'm Kevin Zahner, and welcome to Rhythm Notes. Blues, rock, country, they're all branches from the same tree, and a shuffle beat is an important part of what established each genre. So I'm going to break down what I call the country shuffle, the Texas shuffle, and the rock shuffle. A shuffle beat is a rhythmic pattern that alternates long and short spaces between notes. This creates a skipping feel from beat to beat consistently throughout each measure. Think of it like when a train car meets the seams in adjoining rails. The sound has both long and short spaces in between the wheels hitting the seams. The shuffle rhythm is most easily notated by triplet eighth notes with the middle of each triplet grouping missing. This establishes the skip by creating a long and short space in the rhythm. The interpretation of these spaces in between the first and third triplet eighth can vary to create different shuffle feels. Sometimes we describe a tighter feel when the long space is at its longest, almost like a dotted eighth note and a 16th, while a feel that's more open would be closer to the triplet eighths, with the short space longer, making the feel more open. This shuffle is a good place to start because it's the basic boom, whack, kick, and snare with the shuffle rhythm on the hi-hat, ride, drum rim, wherever you want. Focus on the different feels you can create. Try the tighter versus the more open feels, and don't forget to listen for how different drummers interpret the shuffle beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want free lesson PDFs, subscribe to my newsletter, Rhythm Insider, at rhythminsider.com. You'll get a free gift when you confirm your subscription. Country music grew popular through record production happening in places like Tennessee and Texas, so I call this a country shuffle because it's a lighter approach with less rhythm like the early country records. But you don't need to be light with this shuffle beat. You can do anything you want. If you're a metal drummer, you might find all kinds of heavy ways to adapt this shuffle, or you might recognize it as a common beat on many of the early Beatles hits, all that skiffle beat stuff. What makes a shuffle a Texas shuffle is the shuffle on the snare and cymbal with a 4-on-the-floor kick drum pattern. Now, you will hear all kinds of variations on this shuffle beat, but that's the foundation. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I think of the Texas Shuffle, I'm immediately picturing Chris Layton playing with Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble. So if you're looking for listening examples, I would start with him. And listen for the different ways he plays the shuffle on the snare drum. I'll do a video in a later date on his shuffles in particular. That reminds me, share some examples in the comments of shuffles you think we should be listening to. The last shuffle I think every drummer should know is the rock shuffle. There's many ways to play this one, but if you think about the country shuffle, only this time you fill in the missing triplet eighth notes with unaccented strokes or ghost notes on the snare drum. You have the foundation for what I call a rock shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4. This shuffle example is a half-time shuffle, but you could play accents on counts 2 and 4 to make it a regular backbeat feel. I guess I chose the halftime style for this because with this shuffle I often think of John Bonham's shuffle on Fool in the Rain or Jeff Porcaro's on Rosanna. So there's a couple of songs that you could listen to, especially if you're not familiar with them.